comfy? Do you feel cosy? Shut your eyes. Put your hands out. Popcorn and sweets. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome. And if you're watching another one of my videos, then thank you for returning. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, I would love if you would consider subscribing. For today's video, I'm bringing you 5 tips to prepare your child for relocation. And if you don't already know, then we are moving to Australia in a matter of weeks. And I have already been sharing my journey through our YouTube channel and also my Instagram, which I will link below. If you haven't already, then head over and have a look at our journey so far. I recently shared a video on our first steps of even considering Australia and how we actually got to where we are. And I'm also going to be sharing lots more videos on frequent questions that people have asked, as well as visas and general getting ready to go. However, one of the main things in our journey has been preparing our daughter Isla. She is currently 3 years old, and of course this is a massive change for her. So I need to make sure that she is feeling safe, she's feeling happy, and also that she is aware of our journey that is up and coming. Moving abroad is a huge change for anyone. I know, even in myself, I have so many different emotions and questions and worries, so it's perfectly understandable that she's going to have the same. And I think sometimes we don't really appreciate just how much that toddlers and children in general take in. They overhear conversations, they see things on TV, they know exactly what you were talking about last week in the car. It's really important that you're honest and include them in all your kind of discussions from the very get-go. Which takes me straight into tip number 1, which is to keep explanations simple. So Isla does not need to know that we are looking at 5 different suburbs an hour out of Sydney, but what she does need to know is that we are moving to a new house that's in a place called Australia. And to get there, we're going to be taking an aeroplane, which Isla's never been on before, so this is a whole new discussion in itself. But ultimately one that is super exciting and a new journey for us all, that we're all going to make super happy memories and support one another along the way. I also think it's really important not to lie, and I think it's something that as parents we sometimes do, and it's not through badness, but we just will make up little lies to sometimes make our life a bit easier. However, with something this important and this major, we have really made a conscious effort not to lie about anything and to be really honest, especially when it comes down to her friends and her family. Because what Isla doesn't understand is that they can't just jump on the flight with her and come with her and be at her nursery over there. Her grandparents will no longer just be 5 minutes along the road, and our little cat Minnie will no longer be in the house. So these are all things that are super hard even for me as her mother, but they're also going to be 100 times harder if I go over there and I haven't told the honest truth from the start. But I think what is really important to say at this stage is that although you're saying something isn't going to happen, it's also really important to highlight what is going to happen. So no, your granny and grandpa are not going to be 5 minutes from the house, but yes, they are going to be a 5-minute phone call, and you can speak to them every day if you want. No, our cat's not going to be with us in Australia, however she is going to be with her auntie and she's going to be having a great time, and she's also on a new adventure. And no, your friends are not going to be at your new nursery, however you're going to make new friends and we're going to make new exciting memories, and we can do lots of fun things with them whilst we're over there. In addition to all of this, I think it's really important to let Isla know that we are going to be leaving soon. It's not something that's happening in the next few years, it's a matter of weeks away, so it's really important that we get all these discussions and conversations started now, so that she's aware that all this change is going to be happening very soon. So yeah, what I'm really saying from this is, although a conversation can almost come across as negative, it doesn't have to be. You can make a tough conversation positive by including all the things that she will be able to do and that she can do. And that's really what we've been focusing on more recently, as obviously things are coming closer. And that leads me on nicely to tip number 2, which is to go to your nearest library or head online and go to Amazon or eBay and pick up some new books that are going to help with these discussions. So where we stay has 4 or 5 different libraries, so I was able to get a handful of books that have been so good and really brought it to life for Isla. She loves books anyway, she is a little bookworm, so it's been a great way to introduce a new conversation, and she can relate to the people in the book. And what I plan on doing is, when we're on each step of our journey, I can remind her of these books and the characters in the books, and hopefully just make it a bit more fun for her. Okay, so Isla, we have some books to read. And do you know what these books are all about? They're all about travelling to a new place. Some of them are about making new friends, travelling to a new home. And in a few months, we're going to be travelling to a new place. And we're going to set up a new home. Do you know where we're going? Can you remember what it's called? It's called Australia.
Australia.
Well done! Do you know where Australia is? You have to take a plane to get to an aeroplane.
Yeah.
And do you know how long you're on the aeroplane for?
10.
10 minutes. Well, a little bit longer than 10 minutes. So, to start with, I have picked up these 4 books and I honestly recommend every single one of them. The first one is The Koala Who Could. And a very quick overview is that he's a koala called Kevin, which Isla thinks is absolutely hilarious. So we've had a discussion about going to Australia and meeting a koala called Kevin. But basically, he is happy in his tree and he doesn't want to come down, he doesn't want to move from it. He thinks everything is nice and safe where he is, and one day something happens to his tree and he has to come off the tree. And things aren't actually as bad as what he thinks, and he's got all these new friends who are rooting for him, and he realises that he's actually very happy and having fun and he's more confident than what he thought he was. So yeah, this is a great book. The reason I actually picked this one up is because it was a koala and it's all about the outback. But it has a really, really nice message to it and one that I would definitely recommend. So, The Koala Who Could. They've got a big zoo in Australia. Do you know what animals they have there?
A koala called Kevin.
A koala called Kevin, that's right.
Wait.
Yes.
That one there.
Well, we read The Koala Who Could. Yeah. Down came the tree with a cracking and pinging, crashing a wallop with Kevin still clinging. Kevin he carefully opened one eye and looked up at the love staring down from the sky. And Kevin from then on was always can do, because life can be great when you try something new. So Kevin done something new and he actually enjoyed it. He liked doing something new. Number 2 is called My New Home, and on the back is actually perfect. It says a beautiful and uplifting story about moving house, making friends and finding a new home. So yeah, this one was really good to introduce the conversation about making new friends and leaving our old friends, and obviously how this little character felt. So this little character is one of the ones that I'm going to use whilst we're over there, and remember how he felt and remember what happened to him, and he made new friends and went on new adventures. So yeah, this is another book that obviously I highly recommend. I think we're going to have a new home.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think our new home will look like?
Australia.
It's in Australia, that's right. What do you think our house will look like? What would you like to have inside our new house?
Boxes.
Boxes, and what do you think will be in the boxes?
Toys.
Toys. Your toys. We could take some of your toys.
And rings.
And Ren's toys, yes. And would you like a new room?
Yeah.
And what colour will we put the walls?
Pink.
You want pink walls? Do you want a bed in your new room?
Yes.
Yeah.
This bed.
You want this bed in your new room? We can do that. What about covers? What kind of covers would you like?
A fairy covers and a fairy toys.
Fairy
And
covers and your fairy toys. So you want these covers? Yeah, your fairy ones. Okay.
And this and that.
And your toys. We can do that. And what do you think will be outside our house?
Grass.
Grass. Okay, we can have some grass. And what about a car? What colour of car will we have?
Pink and yellow.
A pink and yellow car?
Yeah.
Wow, that will be cool. Because look, these are all his new friends. So you'll meet new friends in Australia.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll meet boys and girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they'll like you because you'll have all these stories to tell them about where you live, where you came from, and how you got there.
Why?
Because you'll be able to tell them that you've been on a big aeroplane. And you'll be able to tell them about your house back home. Do you know where we live now? Do you know what it's called?
Australia.
We're going to Australia, but what's this place called? Where we live now?
House.
It's a house, but it's called Scotland. Can you say Scotland?
Sewing.
Scotland.
Sewing.
Well done. And where are we going to?
Australia.
Well done. Number 3, this one is so lovely. It's called The Suitcase, and it's a strange one, if I'm honest. It's one of those books you're not really sure where it's going to go, but it's got the nicest message behind it. This little guy, he arrives with this big suitcase, and in it he has a teacup, a table, a house. But actual fact, it's just a picture of his old house. Books can get really emotional, can't they? And yeah, this is the ones that kind of tugged on my heartstrings a little bit, because he just appears, so you don't really know where he's come from. But he has all these memories, and at the beginning, they all think he's a bit strange and don't really understand why he would have all this in a suitcase. But he falls asleep, and when they open it, all the stuff is broken inside, so they all fix it for him and make him feel at home. And oh, it's such a lovely book. So yeah, a story full of heart, hope, and kindness about how we treat those in need. So yeah, do you know what? Even if you're not moving, this is such a lovely book to read, and it really makes you think about how quick you can be to judge people and really judge a book by its cover. But yeah, it's a lovely book, lovely story, that one. A strange animal arrived one day, looking dusty, tired, sad, and frightened. He was pulling a big suitcase. What do you think you'll take in your suitcase?
Clothes.
You want to take clothes? What else would you like to take in your suitcase?
A bus.
A bus? A brush?
Bee.
And your hairspray? That would be good. What else do you think you'll put in your suitcase?
Tools.
Clothes? Would you like to take any toys?
And dummies and toys.
Jammies and toys. What toys do you think you'll take?
My tails.
Your magnetic tiles. What about your dolly? Yeah. And what about your big doll's house? That won't fit in your suitcase, will it? No. Maybe we could get a new doll's house. Since we're moving house, we could get a new house that you can have in your room, in your new room. Yeah? Does that sound exciting? What else would you take? What else would you take in your suitcase?
I don't know.
Toothbrush? Will you take your toothbrush? Yeah.
And toothpaste.
And toothpaste. Okay. Right, let's get on with the story then, okay? Hey, hi there. What's in your suitcase? My suitcase? Well, there's a teacup. Number 4, oh my goodness, this has now hit number 1 of my favourite books ever. And yes, it is a kid's book, but it's absolutely up there. It's called The Invisible String. I'm hoping some of you are watching this and going, oh my goodness, yes, I've read this book. This book had me crying. So the first time I read it to Isla, I had to stop because I was really upset. Yeah, we have a lot going on now, don't we? So obviously I will be emotional, but this book in particular, wow, I did not expect what was going to come out of it. So if you haven't read it, then it's called An Invisible String, and the reason I got this is because the message behind it is going to be so amazing for when we're over there. But basically, this mother has told her children that everyone's connected by an invisible string, and if you're ever at nursery or at school or far away from people and you miss them, you just tug on this little string and the person that you miss will feel it in their heart. So yeah, so she goes through all of her friends, and the little girl and boy, I think it is, ask if their friends would feel that, if their dog would feel that, and then they ask if Uncle Brian, I think it is, in heaven would feel it. And oh my goodness, it really, I mean, I'm actually starting to get emotional now. This is ridiculous. But I thought it was really important for Isla to read, and it gives us something that we can talk about for whilst we're over there and she's missing people like her grandparents or her cat or her friends at nursery. We've already started, pull on your little string, and they'll feel it, and she done it with me the other day, and yeah, I felt it. And then I done it back to her and she felt it, and it was so nice. And then last night she told me that she was missing her granny, so instead of just picking up the phone and phoning her like we would usually do, I told her to tug on her little string, which she did, and then we sent a little voice note to her granny, and then her granny sent a video back saying that she was sitting and she felt it, and she knew that it was Isla, and honestly it made Isla's night. So yeah, it's something we're going to be able to use whilst we're over there. And then at the very end of the book, oh my goodness, I'm actually getting upset. This is so ridiculous. Do you know when sometimes you totally get taken by surprise? And this book done it for me. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Yeah, if that doesn't show you how emotional this book is going to make you, then I don't know what is. At the end, it really caught me because it basically was showing that everyone in the world was connected and that nobody was alone. So yeah, that got me as well. Oh, yeah. So this book, absolutely, you must have it. Again, even if you're not travelling away or moving anywhere, I just think it's a really important book for kids to read and just, yeah, understand that you're always connected to those that you love and it doesn't matter where you are. And even though you can't see it, you can definitely feel it. So yeah, please buy it. They started dreaming of all the invisible strings they have, and all the strings their friends have, and all the strings their friends have, and their friends, until everyone in the world was connected by invisible strings.
The next one.
And from deep inside, they could now clearly see that no one is ever alone. So, see when we travel to Australia and we're far away, you'll have lots of strings connected to Granny and Grandpa and Fia and Mandy and all your aunties and all your uncles and all your friends and Lily and Harper. They've all got strings connected to you. So see when you go on the aeroplane, Isla, and you're flying all the way over to Australia with all the beaches and the kangaroos and the koalas. And some days,
I saw a cow called Kevin.
and you might even find a koala called Kevin. Some days you might miss Lily and Harper and Granny and Grandpa. And all you need to do is tug on your little string, okay? And then Granny and Grandpa will feel it back home, and Lily and Harper will feel it back home, and they'll tug it right back, and it will come all the way down the string to Australia, and you'll feel it in your heart. So you're always connected to them. Is that exciting? Do you like that? I just want to touch on this as well. These books we did get from the library. This one, obviously, because how emotional it made me and how strong I think it is. I've actually bought this for Isla so that we can take it with us and obviously read it whilst we're over there. I did buy it on eBay. I buy all my books second hand because I think it's a great thing giving a book another life, and you get them so cheap as well. I think that one cost me £3.49 online, and that was including delivery. And to buy it new, I mean, it's not expensive by any means, £8.99, but yeah, like I say, it's helping the economy, and I like the idea of someone new reading an old book. So moving on to tip number 3, and that is to take something from your child's bedroom or their home that they feel really connected to. So for me, I've decided to take Isla's duvet cover along with some of her blankets and of course her beloved Marie, which has been through the wars but she absolutely loves it, and it's always the one that sits on her bed in her home. So that's something that when she gets over there and into her new room, it's something that makes her feel at home and feel safe because it was things that she had from her old house. I'm really hopeful, in fact I'm very hopeful, that I can pick up Isla's bed that she currently has whilst I'm over there, even if it's on Marketplace. I just think it's a really good thing to, yeah, make her feel like it's her bed and that there's not too many changes happening at the one time. I mean, obviously the ideal thing would be uplift our house and move over there, but we can't do that. So the next best thing is to replicate what we can, and taking some of those sentimental things will definitely make her feel a sense of comfort as well as me. Obviously this is different for each child. Some people might prefer to take their PlayStation or an arts and crafts box or maybe a game or something that they've used that they know is theirs. Because ultimately I could buy her lots of new blankets, I could probably even buy her the same ones over there, but I just know that she'll know they're not hers. They won't have the little holes in them, they won't have her smells on them. So yeah, that's why I'm really making an effort to look at what she is connected to and takes comfort from in the house, and obviously taking that over with us. Which then leads me on to tip number 4, which is to recruit a toy. So let me explain. So this is Marie. This is Isla's favourite toy. You can see it has been through the wars. I've washed it I don't know how many times. She's taken it to nursery. It's got pen on it. It's honestly fallen apart. But yeah, this is her toy. She loves it. She feels comfort from her. and if she's ever upset, she always asks for Marie. So Marie, you are coming with us and me and you are going to be best friends. So when I say recruit a toy, I can talk to Marie and give Isla some comfort. So for example, hey Marie, so you're coming on the flight with us, and whenever Isla feels a bit sad, you're going to give her a big hug and make her feel okay. Example number one. Example number two. Hi Marie, so when we get over to Australia, Isla is going to need to make some new friends, and you're going to be our best friend when we're over there, and you're going to help her make new friends. And do you know what, Marie? You could also make new friends. Isla, do you think you could help Marie make new friends when she's over there? You get the point. By using a toy, I can make it easier for Isla to not only understand, but she can resonate with. This is her little pet. She talks to Marie all the time, so if Mummy's talking to her, then Marie's listening to me, and whilst we're on the flight, Isla can squeeze her and know that Marie knows she's got to make her Isla feel better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, find a toy, talk to the toy. Isla can hear me talking to Marie, but also she knows that Marie is coming on the journey too. So it's her little comfort. She can hold her and she can also look after Marie because Marie's going through a new change. So not only do we have Marie, but we also have her little brother, Ren, who will be around 10 months when we travel. So obviously he is very young and too young to explain everything that we're doing. However, it's good for Isla to be a comfort for him. So I can say to her, you know, do you think Ren will be feeling worried? Maybe you could make him feel a little bit better and be there for him. And it just lets her know that we're all going through different emotions and it's okay to feel a bit sad or a bit worried or miss home, maybe feel a little bit lonely. But it's important that we're there for each other and we each have unlimited hugs, that all we need to do is ask. We've also watched some things like Bluey. We love Bluey anyway, but I've been using Bluey to say, oh, I wonder if Bluey will be there when we arrive. I wonder if they live in the same beach that we're going to live on. And I wonder if we'll visit that ice cream shop when Bluey visits the ice cream shop. Again, these are just things that bring excitement and help introduce discussions and obviously just keep the discussions going. And then finally, tip number 5 is to get Isla involved. So whilst I will not let her book our flights or pick which suburb we will stay in, I can let her choose which bag she wants to take on the flight and which snacks she wants to bring along. So her grandparents bought her a unicorn trunkie for Christmas, which is the cutest thing ever. And again, because Isla has never travelled, she's never been in an airport, nor has she been on an aeroplane, this is already making her very excited. So on Christmas Day, we were able to decorate it. If you get the unicorn trunkie, it comes with stickers and a little glitter horn. So Isla personalised it and made it hers, basically. And then we've had discussions about what we're going to pack in this suitcase. So she's asked for stickers and she's asked for some colouring in for the flight. So I'm actually going to take it upon myself and make her a little personalised travelling journal, if you like, and print out some things about aircrafts and travelling as a family, some little fun activities, and then also get her some stickers that she's going to be able to do on the flight. But also, I'm going to let her pick her little backpack. So although we've got a trunkie, we're also going to have little backpacks. And whilst I am 99.9% sure she will pick a Marie bag, I really want that decision to be hers and just overall getting her involved. So this lets her feel in control. It lets her feel like she's part of everything, which she absolutely is. And yeah, it makes it fun and exciting and a really positive experience. So once I get time to make that little journal, I will come on and show you all it. You can also head over to my Instagram where I will be sharing it as well. And as always, this is new to us. It's a brand new adventure we're going on. So any tips or recommendations or any things that you think would really help us, please comment below as I would love to hear them. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a nice one to make and I'm now just really looking forward to getting on this journey and vlogging it for you all as well. So I now need to go because my little boy has just woke up from his nap and we're both ready for a big hug. But I will see you all next time.